What's going on, everybody? It's Childish. We're back at it again with the next Brawl Stars video. Today we're going to be talking about the first unit that you're going to be getting when you join this game, and that's going to be Miss Shelly. We're going to be looking at her stats overall, the attacks that she has. In addition to that, talk about some of the pros and cons about her and why I feel she's definitely one of the best monster out there for the majority of the players to use. First and foremost here, let's go ahead and take a look at the health overall. With regards to this unit is going to have 800 health to start out with. Of course, if you're seeing on my screen right now, if I don't have gameplay going on in the background here, I have mine a little bit upgraded here, but it starts out with 800 health, which is pretty decent for a common brawler. The first skill that she has, her regular skill, Buckshot here, this is going to be doing 80 damage per shell, and it's going to be shooting out 5 shells in a cone-shaped manner. So it's going to have a decent amount of spread, and the actual range, which we'll talk about in a little bit here, is pretty effective for this particular unit. Pretty decent here. The next skill here is going to be Super Shell. Super Shell is going to be doing 9 shells on this skill, so it's going to be a little bit wider spread. In addition to that, it can break the walls, and anybody that gets hit with this particular skill is going to get knocked back. So this is great because the knockback effect is going to be stopping people from doing whatever they're doing. If they're charging up, if they're getting ready to use their super or whatnot, or in the middle of a skill, it's going to be able to stop them, interrupt them, and that's definitely going to be able to set them back here. So when taking a look at the 3 skills that we got currently available, we definitely want to go ahead and try to prioritize which ones we should upgrade first. Out of the 3 ones, the health and the regular attack and the super attack, I valued the health and the attack a little bit more because she is a mid-range kind of attacker here. You're going to get in situations where you're going to be more often than not getting close to your opponent. Why is that? Because of her skill with the shotgun there. You got the nice range, but you understand that the shells that you're going to be bringing, you're going to be able to hit them more if you're a little bit more in that close range, right? So the closer you are, the more shells will land, the more damage you'll be able to do. So of course we want to go ahead and increase our health because we're going to be, the closer we get, the more we are susceptible to be taking damage from them. In addition to that, the closer we get on the offensive side, the better chance we have of doing damage with regards to that big skill. With regards to the super shell, yes, we do have more of an option. We're going to be providing more damage and more shells, but essentially it's going to be a little bit more spread out. So unless we're super close, we're not going to get a lot of value out of it. But when I take a look at this skill overall, the biggest aspect of it is that knockback effect, and the knockback effect is not going to change if you upgrade the skill or not. So even though you see me, my elixirs are a little bit spread out because when I first got started out, I kind of just, leveled them up a little bit evenly. But if I were to do everything over again, I would probably focus on the attack and the health right out of the gate, and then after I get those pretty high up there relative to the max, then I start investing into the super shell on this one here. So if you've had an opportunity to play this game a little bit, you'll definitely see that the amount of elixir that you get over time definitely takes a little bit. So you definitely want to prioritize where you want to put those elixirs. However, as you get new monsters and try them out, I want you to keep in mind that even though we're making the recommendation on this unit, sometimes we get a little cautious of, should we put it on this one? Should we put it on that one? This is a particular unit that I have no problems recommending, investing that elixir early on, because this is one of the few units out there that is actually decent in the majority of the game modes that are available out there. In Showdown, she's considered one of the top 2 units for that particular mode here. In Bounty and Smash and Grab, she does exceptionally well. Heist, I think you can make an argument on that one because I feel like as a close range attacker or a close to mid-range attacker here, she could do decent on defense, but she's still going to get outranged by a lot of the units out there, the bows, the barleys. There's quite a handful of units out there that can outrange her a little bit, and they have that splash damage that she's going to have to maneuver around. It could be a little bit difficult, but overall, it's just an amazing monster. When you take a look at the strengths versus the weaknesses on this particular brawler here, you can definitely understand why Shelly is one of the top units in the game. As far as to finish off the video here, I did want to leave you with just some of the tips that I've kind of learned along the way. When we're playing this game and kind of getting into the swing of things here, the special attack is something that everyone wants to try to take advantage of, right? We got the wide range, we got a little bit more shells, so we're going to be able to do damage. But don't forget that aspect of a little bit of utility that it brings with regards to the knockback. It is very crucial to use that when you really need it the most. In addition to that, sometimes people forget the fact that she's one of the few monsters out there that can use her super skill to burst through the walls. So do what you got to do to get yourself in a situation. If you're hiding behind a wall and you see the enemy coming around, or maybe they're trying to kite you and go around, take that super shell, take your super, use it to your advantage, and try to blow through the wall, and then follow through with a couple of shots to get that KO. Last but not least, with regards to the map, use the map as effectively as you can. You guys are going to see throughout the different game modes here, there's a couple of maps that can provide certain walls, but more importantly, the bushes around those walls. If I haven't explained already, the bushes, when you are moving around in them, if you are moving around without doing any damage, you're sitting in the bushes, you will be invisible to your opponent until you take that first shot. So if you find yourself in a situation where you're hiding behind a wall and you got some bushes along the way, you can use the bush to come around the corner, get a little bit closer to your opponent. In addition to that, if there's a particular wall or whatnot and have some bushes on the side and they are starting to come at you, take your time, wait your turn, and once they get right up close to you, do that big hit so you can get max damage out of your either main skill or the super shell, right? The special skill. Because at the end of the day, she does really, really good damage, but in order to get max value out of it, you got to be relatively close. Keep in mind that the closer you get, the easier it is for them to help you. So you got to be wary of some of those monsters that do an exceptional job doing damage close to, like Primo. In addition to that, you got to be concerned about those monsters that have exceptional range or can kite you if you get in a one-on-one situation. So that's going to be it for my brief review with regards to this particular unit, Shelly, the common brawler. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, definitely go ahead and smash that like button. Stay tuned as we're going to be doing some more videos down the road, some gameplay videos, in addition to some collaboration videos with different influencers in the community, so we can bring you guys a little bit more entertainment. All right, that is going to be it, guys. Thank you all so much for tuning in for this video. It's your boy Childish with ChildishPlays checking out. Take care, and we will see you next time, guys. We're out.